welcome to the quarterfinals of the StarCityGames.com Worcester Open Weekend. Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan, we are here in the booth. Nick Miller is down in the feature match area, keeping his eyes on our top 8 as we prepare for our quarterfinals here from the DCU Center, as we have Benjamin Feingersh confidently playing a Dryad Arbor. He is number 2 overall seed with Elves against Dylan Hand playing colorless Eldrazi. For Hand, this is his first Legacy tournament ever. Not a bad debut for Dylan Hand with colorless Eldrazi. He has an Ancient Tomb, he has a Chalice of the Void, and you felt this card was going to be pretty important.
It's hard for Feingersh to cast many of the spells in his deck.
Yes.
Many of the spells that he can cast. Oh, okay.
What do you think about that?
How many
Tough
of those?
Guy.
There is, looking here for a count of Cavern Souls, 1.
Nailed it.
Okay, well.
Nailed it. That's dead now.
All right, sweet.
It's getting harder to win. Heritage Druid came through that Cavern of Souls, which got wastelanded.
It's a very Legacy game. We start off with just trumping each other starting on turn 1.
Indeed we do. Now
Chalice trumps you, and then your Cavern trumps me, and then the Wasteland trumps your Cavern.
Feingersh has got some real work to do now.
Although he's actually got a little bit going on the battlefield. That is something. And with 2 cards, plus a Guided Cradle, this could get him to enough mana where maybe he natural orders for a Craterhoof Behemoth. He can race that way.
But he can certainly try. Here's an Eldrazi Temple. Well, 2 more damage going to be dealt to Dylan Hand via the Ancient Tomb, and this is a Thought-Knot Seer. Drop the hand is exactly what Feingersh will do. Natural Order, Green Sun Zenith, Craterhoof Behemoth, and Nettle Sentinel is the hand. Thought-Knot Seer is going to exile one of those. Eldrazi Mimic is going to become a 4/4. I'm sure we'll see that thing attacking here soon enough.
If you think that you can just play through a natural order for a Craterhoof Behemoth, I suppose you take the Green Sun Zenith, and I think that's what Hand has decided.
And here comes the Mimic as a 4/4. We're going to head back over to Feingersh, who's drawing another copy of Gaia's Cradle. This will be for 2 green. Let's make it 3 total. Feingersh not entirely sure what he wants to do just yet. Looks like he's just going to pass the turn back. So we're going to head back over to Dylan. Dylan will draw. That's a Cavern of Souls. This is a Reality Smasher. And so is Eldrazi Mimic now. And this is a lot of damage. That's what that is.
Is this lethal? If
That's 5, 10,
14?
14.
I don't know. He going to 11 here. This is short of lethal. I think Feingersh can take this hit and hope that Natural Order cobbles together a kill next turn.
It's possible that it does. It's really possible that it does. A fetch land for a Dryad Arbor, I think, or just Dryad Arbor by itself might get him home. Potentially.
It's very close. I mean, he has the Cradle in hand. He can add the mana. The problem is if he has enough to multiply, because you need enough creatures to get across the finish line too. But I think if he takes this hit,
I think he has to take the hit. I think Elvish Visionary might have been what he needed. Actually, that was the card I was thinking of. He needed a creature, I think, that he can cast. So this is 2 mana. So he plays Visionary.
Yep, and this now the Cradle is worth 3, plus you can tap the Dryad Arbor.
And so that's 4. Yeah, so he loses that. He natural orders away this. He gets a hoof. I actually think it had to be a 2-mana elf. I think it had to be Elvish Visionary.
Yeah.
Because now he hoofs and he kills him. Benjamin Feingersh going to win game number 1 here over Dylan Hand. Steals one. Dylan Hand got a little bit too aggressive there. A little too aggressive with that Reality Smasher Eldrazi Mimic.
Dylan Hand had Dismember in hand. I think that turn you just attack for a Dismember. It doesn't even matter. Whatever you want to Dismember. And then the Reality Smasher can finish off the game that way. Hand left himself in a spot where he was exposed to Craterhoof Behemoth if Feingersh was able to backdoor his way into a creature plus enough mana. But his draw steps were Gaia's Cradle and Elvish Visionary in back-to-back turns, and that was able to put it together for him.
Elves up 1 here over colorless Eldrazi. We'll watch game number 2 and go over the sideboards here in just a moment. But first, a few messages from our sponsors.
Go. Go.
We are back. Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan here in the booth, getting ready to watch game number 2 between Ben Feingersh and Dylan Hand, as Elves able to steal game number 1 here over Colorless Eldrazi. Take a look at Dylan's sideboard of 4 Land of the Void, 3 Sorceress, Spyglass, 3 Thorn of Amethyst, 2 Ratchet Bomb, 2 Warping Whales, and a Crocus. Seems like it gets even a little bit better here for Colorless Eldrazi.
Oh, I like the Warping Whales, the Ratchet Bombs, and the 3 copies of Sorcerer Spyglass all seem excellent.
For Ben, he's got 4 Cabal Therapy, 3 Abrupt Decay, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Surgical Extraction, an Abyssal Vital Force, a Caracas, and Scavenging Ooze, and a Thoughtseize. He's one of our few players that's actually playing Blood Moon here in the top 8. Seems good in the matchup.
Yeah, I like the Blood Moons, and I love Abrupt Decay as a way to fight Chalice of the Void and Umazawa's Jite.
So Ben can get a little bit more reactive if he'd like, and has some ability to take care of some of the problematic permanents on Dylan's side of things. While they finishing shuffling up here for game number 2, let's talk about that StarCityGames.com weekly sale one last time, shall we? Get some Eternal singles, save a little bit, and get ready for our next sale on Monday.
Yeah, it goes live Monday, 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, so make sure to be checking back tomorrow to see what the new weekly sale is. For a few hours, you can still save 10% off select Eternal singles.
Getting ready here for game number 2. When we have updates of our other matches, we'll of course let you know. Pretty nice little top 8 here, especially if you're a fan of Grixis Delver. You got Jonathan Sukenik, that's the #1 overall seed. He's playing Grixis Delver against Jim Davis, playing Miracles. That's our backup match. I'm sure we'll have some time to jump that way. We got Adam Falls playing Lands, #4 overall seed against #5 Drake Sasser, who's playing Grixis Delver, and then a #3 overall seed in Jeffrey White. He's playing Grixis Delver against Noah Walker, who is playing Grixis Delver, and it looks like Jeffrey White did win game number 1 over the Grixis Delver Master and Noah Walker. So, got to put a little tick right there. Congratulations, Jeffrey White, on that. And it looks like Drake Sasser won game number 1 here over Adam Falls. Sasser playing Grixis Delver, Falls playing Lands. Normally a good matchup for Lands, but Grixis Delver has been known to beat its bad matchups, Patrick.
It has all the best cards.
It does,
which helps a lot.
It does. I can't argue that.
Wasteland, Daze, and Brainstorm make up for a lot of sins.
Where did Infect go? Why aren't doing that anymore?
It seems bad against Grixis Delver.
That
Probably
bad?
not great against Lands, would be my guess.
Well, Tom the Boss Ross, he's busy working for Wizards of the Coast now. We got no one to represent Infect anymore. Have to call up Aaron Barrich maybe. I don't know. Looks like both players going to keep their opening hand. Dylan Hand's going to start off with an Eldrazi Mimic off an Ancient Tomb, down to 18, and away we go. As Feingersh is going to play a Verdant Catacombs, fall down to 19. And he'll play a Deathrite Shaman. We'll see what land he wants to search up here. Could be Basic Forest, could be Taiga, could be Bite. What it won't be is Dryad Arbor. It'll be a Basic Forest. Dylan Hand will draw. Picked up a copy of City of Traders. 2 mana lands this deck has no shortage of. And it's even got a little bit of disruption to boot. As here is the City of Traders. This is Umazawa's Jite. This is going to be a problem. Equip and attack. Well, this is kind of what you were talking about in the pregame.
Yeah. But it looks like Feingersh has a copy of Abrupt Decay in hand. So this actually isn't the end of the world for Feingersh. You can block here and trade. The 2 counters go on, and then you Abrupt Decay the Jitte.
Okay, well, if he's got the answer to the Jitte, that's a good thing there for Feingersh, as he's going to play a Bayou and simply pass the turn back over to Hand. Hand will untap those 2 double lands. He's at 16 life. He'll draw a card. Jitte online against Elves, very powerful stuff, but Abrupt Decay does appear to be a clean answer here for Ben.
Yeah, post-board, I don't mind this line in game 1, but post-board, I think you gotta wait until you actually get some value out of your Jitte. I don't like snapping it off like this.
Well, that City of Traders is going to go away. That's kind of the rules of the road with that.
And yeah, okay.
So that's fine. Here comes Reality Smasher in for 5. As we did mention at the top, it is Dylan Hand's first Legacy tournament ever. As now we're going to head back over to Ben, and can Ben do his thing here now that Jitte is gone?
Yeah, he's under some pressure certainly, but he's not under any disruption. He's got 3 turns here to cobble something together. Not a big ask from Elves.
We've seen Elves win on battlefields like this. That is for sure. There's an Elvish Visionary to get the party started. Draw a card with a little 1/1 elf. Ross Merriam's favorite creature of all time. Ross claims it to be the best creature of all time. I think that may be a bit of a stretch.
That is
Maybe.
quite a stretch.
Maybe a bit of a stretch.
Also, I like a creature that says, you know, enter the battlefield, draw a card, because then you can recur it a bunch. That is a soulless answer. It's okay.
Ross is as sharky as they come. He's here to win, baby. 2 mana. Yep. Gonna take 2 from that Ancient Tomb. What do we got here? The Spyglass. Let's check it out. Feingersh gonna take a look. We can do the same. Get our eyes on Sorcerer Spyglass for our viewers at home that may not be familiar. I believe an Ixalan rare, if memory serves.
Pithing Needle, but you get to scope out the goods first.
Yeah. See what you're working with. Great flavor design. That's for sure. As we see a Quirion Ranger. And we got a Reclamation Sage. I also see a Green Sun Zenith, a Heritage Druid, and a Verdant Catacombs. Yep. We'll get confirmation on exactly what Dylan's going to name with the Spyglass. I saw him pointing at Quirion Ranger, but I don't want to assume anything just yet.
He might have been asking, what does this do?
A lot. It does a lot.
Not a whole lot for the Spyglass to do here, because it's just going to get swallowed up by the Reclamation Sage.
Not a lot of confidence in that staying around, huh?
No. No.
It's going to be a no for me, dog.
I guess naming Heritage Druid is the most likely thing to mess up the sequencing here, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot.
And it looks like he's going to name Heritage Druid with the Sorcerer Spyglass. That'll be a wasteland on the Dryad Arbor, and now here comes Reality Smasher. So a healthy amount of disruption here from Dylan Hand. And he's got the Reality Smasher as the pressure, so things are looking pretty good right now for our Colorless Eldrazi player.
And taking him off the mana there means that Feingersh goes to his turn, making a land drop and having 3 mana instead of 4, which means if he wants to play Reclamation Sage, that's his whole turn.
Indeed.
Prior, it was looking like he'd go Reclamation Sage, play a Heritage Druid, now I've got 3 mana, so pretty disruptive turn.
Feingersh in hand, having some fun between the two of them. Even though there's a lot on the line, a nice casual feel, good sportsmanship between the two. As Feingersh currently up a game, underneath some pressure in this second game here, as we do have an update for you. Very quickly, that Jim Davis, number 8 overall seed, former Players Champion, I'm sure you're aware. Currently up a game here over Jonathan Sukenik with his Miracles deck. Davis the 8, Sukenik the 1. Miracles able to break serve thus far here for Jim. As that is a Heritage Druid. This is a Nettle Sentinel. And this might be awkward. This might be awkward? Is this awkward? Can we see the Spyglass again? Actually, those are
unless they're mana abilities, which Heritage Druid is.
It's a mana ability, yeah?
Yeah.
It's only getting more awkward now. All right, sacrifice this Verdant Catacombs. Gotta get himself a Taiga in case he draws a Blood Moon. Might be time for Quarion Ranger. Oof, with a little oomph, a little flourish there from the Elvish Visionary. There's a Quarion Ranger. Tap for triple green. Heritage Druid's going to blow that up. Goodbye, Sorcerer Spyglass. And now we're going to head back over to Dylan Hand, who will draw a Chalice of the Void. You're a little late. I'm already torn.
I got that reference.
You damn right you did. Urborg coming down. Just kidding. And who doesn't love Natalie Imbruglia, really, if you think about it?
It's pretty great.
Glad we agree on something here in the booth.
We agreed with the Sorcerer Spyglass being awkward.
Here comes the factory. This could be an attack that puts him down to exactly 1. The follow-up? Ooh, what is this? Is it Warping Wheel? What is this? Chalice for 1. All right.
All right, this makes it much more likely he gets killed on the way back.
All it takes is 1 natural order or Craterhoof Behemoth. That is 4. That's 4 green mana. I wonder what this could be.
Well, he's got the Green Sun Zenith.
That is also true. 4. Pick this up. Untap here. Okay.
Yeah, 5, 6. He just natural orders for Craterhoof Behemoth. His Nettle Sentinel untaps, and that's lethal on the way back.
And that's game then. There's a Green Sun Zenith for a bunch. Going to sacrifice nothing because it's a Zenith. So now Ben's going to go get a Craterhoof Behemoth. Nettle Sentinel untaps, as Patrick did mention. Trigger. A little math, a little count it up.
It's a ton. It's a ton.
Ben Feingersh going to win this match here over Dylan Hand, 2-0. Elves going to take care of Colorless Eldrazi. And Chalice of the Void, Sorcerer Spyglass, they can be beaten. Along with Umezawa Jite.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can. We just watched it.
Yeah.
They can be beaten.